So Norman, of course, one of the hardest hit areas after Sunday's storms. Homes and businesses are destroyed and dozens of people were injured. It's going to take families and businesses a really long time to get back on their feet. So here with us today to get an update on efforts is Norman's fire chief and the city's emergency management director, Travis King. Welcome in, Chief King.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Of course, great to have you. So first, just give me an overview here. I mean, describe to me what it was like when daylight came up on Monday and you really started to take stock of all of the damage that happened.
Well, certainly, initially when you're working at night like that, it is hard to kind of get the full scope of what you're dealing with. We did have, we committed all of our resources and had units coming in off duty to help in the effort. So we were out in the field. We had identified most places early on that had been hit. But yeah, as the sun came up, you can certainly get a better grasp on what you're dealing with. And the Wheatland Drive off 24th there, that addition, Eastgate addition, certainly took the brunt of it. But there were other locations as the storm continued northeast out of the community that were also affected.
What kind of damage are we really seeing? Walk me through roof damage, debris, what's some of the worst stuff that we're seeing?
Yeah, so I can tell you that on the emergency management side of things, we've identified 481 homes that were in the path of this storm as it entered Norman and made its way northeasterly out of the city. And out of that, 48 homes have met the threshold of major damage. So with that, you're talking, major roof damage, trees going into homes, maybe cars going into homes, but 48 have suffered what we would term major damage. Many of them are in that Eastgate area. And so, when our crews were arriving on scene that night, there was issues with debris, but it was a lesser issue that we were facing. Down power lines really prohibited us from making access to many areas. So, we got as close as we could to the affected areas, and then our crews were just door to door. They were making contact with folks, taking care of the utility situations as best we could, and then identifying any victims or those in need. Miraculously, there was not, and still not being reported to me anyway, major injuries associated with the storm, and obviously no fatalities. So we were very grateful for that.
Absolutely. And we're just watching. I know you can't see it, but we're seeing some of the images from our crews as you're talking, and it is just devastating here. So I know so many people are probably thinking, what do I do? What kind of help can I get? And they're scared. So what resources are available for these people? Yes,
great question. Early on, we opened up our 12th Avenue Rec Center, which is located at 1701 12th Avenue Northeast. We thought we might have some sheltering issues. So when you're talking gas leaks and this kind of damage, certainly you could be facing the potential for displaced people. So we opened up that shelter and coordinated with the Red Cross early on in anticipation of that. We didn't have really anybody seeking shelter, though, so we transitioned that location into a service center to help people, recover from this event. And at that location, OG&E is there if people have questions regarding any utility services provided by them. The health department is there for minor medical issues and offering tetanus shots. Certainly when you're dealing with debris, the ability to get nicked by wood or metal or step on a nail is there, and we have treated several people at that location. The Red Cross is there, Salvation Army is there, state groups offering mental health services are located there. And we've also got a booth set up by the Southern Baptist Convention. Those folks can help organize tarps or chainsaw work, that sort of thing. So that location right now is the focal point for services for the community, and the city is posting updates to that on their website, and we want to get that word out that, if you're having issues or needing assistance, certainly make your way to that location, and we can help as much as we possibly can. That center is open 9 to 5 daily at this point. So also the United Way is there, and if people want to make any donations, we're asking that they work through the United Way. They're organizing that donation effort. I can also tell you that Cross Point Church, which is located off Highway 9 and in that area, is providing a free lunch today at 11 o'clock. So anybody that would like to take advantage of that, they are offering that.
Okay, Norman Fire Chief Travis King, thank you so much for coming on today. We are thinking of all of you and your community. Thanks for coming on today, though, and telling us all about the resources available. Very important. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Glad to do it.
Okay, absolutely.